Hello, Soldierboy here, and welcome to the channel update for January. Now, I hope everyone's had a really good festive period. The end of last year was a bit of a struggle for us, to be fair, but we'll get on to that in a second. We always start these things with how I am, so nothing's really changed. We're still waiting on a date for surgery for the spinal implant, or at least a test to see if we can have it, and that's going to determine really how the rest of the year goes. That's the thing. So it's just a waiting game as always. Bear with me this week in the streams. We're changing morphine. So currently, I use a transdermal morphine patch, which puts morphine into your body every hour. We're having some issues with the patches and that just destroying my skin. So because of that, we're moving on to tablet morphine. But it means I've got to go 24 hours with no morphine whatsoever and just surviving on painkillers. Which, when the morphine itself doesn't touch the pain, just being without it is not going to help. So it's going to be a struggle this week. Hopefully, we go okay moving on to these tablets and actually have more of an effect. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But now all that bad stuff's out of the way and how I am is out of the way. The end of last year, we kind of struggled. Not just pain, but also time. We lost a lot of our consistency that we've had for nearly 4 years. And yeah, things kind of got away from me a little bit. Varying reasons, really. I think the stress of the insurance and stuff went away, but because of that, there was other stresses then started. Um, the whole anniversary was a problem. I didn't really deal with it correctly or properly, I suppose, like I have done previous years, and I kind of hit a bit of a wall. And then pain obviously doesn't help. The lack of sleep makes the pain worse. And it was a massive cascading effect that really affected the channel towards the end of last year, which is a shame. We've been really consistent, I think, for the last 4 years, and I just lost it really more than anything else. Um, but I can't change it now. It is what it is. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better, and trying to deal with things more than I have done previously. So hopefully, this is a turning point. Let's put it that way. We recently hit 31,000 subscribers, which is just incredible. I still don't understand it. I really don't. But you guys are all incredible. So a massive thank you to all the new subscribers and the ones that have been with us for a very long time. I hope you enjoy the content on the channel. This year, there's some games that I'm looking forward to this year that we're going to play without a vote. Um, we always vote for what comes next, but there are some that I want to play. So generally, we just do those without a vote. So I've got 6 games I'm looking forward to this year. But let me know in the comments what games you're looking forward to, because there are games I may not even think about or have missed, or don't know about that are releasing. So do let me know in the comments if there's something that you think we should add onto the channel list, that maybe should go to a vote later on this year. So Assassin's Creed Shadows is something that we've been looking forward to since it was delayed. Hopefully it comes out soon. There is a feeling it might be delayed again, but we shall see. Death Stranding 2. We played the first one live on the channel. We don't know the release date for the second one yet, but hopefully it'll be some point this year. Ghost of Yotai looks to be the successor to Ghost of Tsushima. So that looks interesting, something I'm looking at. Mafia the Old Country. We've done Mafia 1, 2, and 3 as episodic content on the channel. Um, Mafia the Old Country looks to be the same kind of genre. Whether we do that episodically or live, I don't know. Still in two minds. Marvel's Wolverine, obviously, something I really want to play. Again, no dates given. We don't really know when it's going to release, so I'm not too sure how we're going to work that one. And Roadcraft, similar game to SnowRunner and MudRunner Expeditions, which we haven't got to yet because of SnowRunner. Looks interesting. I'm considering live streaming, but I don't know. But they're the 6 games that I'm kind of looking forward to this year that I want to at least play at some point. Some of them we will still vote for. Some of them we'll just do on release because I don't really know if they're going to fit episodically or live. So it's kind of making that decision. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Until we know dates, it's a little bit difficult, isn't it? That's the thing. But Assassin's Creed Shadows should be the first one that comes out, and we'll do that on release as soon as it releases. That's the plan. Whatever we're doing live, we'll pause so we can jump onto that, is my thinking. But let me know what you think in the comments anyway. Currently, we've got quite a few different games ongoing. So let's quickly talk about those. Avatar DLCs are our morning stream at the minute. We're nearly finished the first, I believe, and the second one we've got to start and finish couple of weeks, maybe. We've already voted for what's next. Nathan Drake Collection comes next after the Avatar DLCs in our morning streams. Looking forward to them. We'll go through all of them. But yeah, we'll pause for Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's the plan anyway. Elden Ring ongoing. I don't really know what's going to come after it. I've been told we're quite close to the end of the main story. We've got DLC to do, and there's probably still quite a bit of exploring and bosses we haven't met yet. So we need to kind of work out when we're going to vote for what's next. And I really have no idea what we're going to do next in the afternoon streams. We could still have 2 games ongoing, or we may go back to just having one. So we have the Nathan Drake Collection morning, 2 mornings a week, and then 2 afternoons a week, maybe. But let me know in the comments. We'll have a vote probably to decide what's going to happen there, whether we do just have 4 streams of one game or still have 2 ongoing. I don't know. You guys will decide that one. We've already voted for what comes after LA Noire. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection will begin. It's a different type of game than what I'm used to. It's a remaster retro, so it'll be very different, obviously episodically, as it will take over from LA Noire. Yeah, not sure. Not really sure on that one. You guys voted for it, so that's what we're going to do. Far Cry 5, we're in the middle of finishing off the DLCs. We're currently on the second one. There's the one we're doing now, and there's one more after that. Then we're going to move on to Far Cry New Dawn, as it's a successor to Far Cry 5. And then after that, we'll do Far Cry 6. And once we start Far Cry 6, we'll have a vote for what comes after that. Whether it be another series of games, I'm not sure. But we'll decide when we get closer. Wreckfest is ongoing. I'm not really sure how much we've still got to do, how long that will take, or what comes next. But we'll figure that out when we get closer. And SnowRunner, ongoing as well. We're a long way off ever finishing it, to be fair. And we already know Mudrunner Expeditions will come afterwards, so not really worried about that. But I'm hoping to get back to 2 episodes a week of SnowRunner. So that's all the channel and the games and how we're looking. I want to look at what we're focusing on this year. So talking about the end of last year being very inconsistent, me struggling a lot, me not talking about me struggling a lot, didn't really help. So my focus this year is going to be to get the channel back to what it was, to be consistent again. I've got to find a way of not letting the pain stop me as much, at the same time being respectful of myself and understanding my limits. I'd love to get evening streams back, but again, I need sleep. I need to be able to sleep without going drowsy during the day. Yeah, it's one of those. I really want to do evening streams because it's morning and afternoon hit different time zones, and evening streams hit another time zone. So it'd be nice to have the 3. I just don't know when or how we're going to do it, but I know I've got to listen to my body, and I know I've got to understand the pain I'm in. But at the same time, for me to make me happy, I need to be streaming. I need to be making content. So it's a balancing act that I've kind of lost my way a little bit at the end of last year, but I'm hoping to get back to being balanced once again very soon. But that's kind of my focus. Get the channel back to the consistency we have had, and try not to let the pain dictate too much what we can and can't do within reason, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. Lots of things to look forward to this year. There are still a couple of things I'm working on in the background. There's a game that hasn't released yet on the PS5 that I've been offered access to exclusively when it releases, but we're still talking, so there's no guarantee that will happen. It's something I'm working on though in the background, and a few little things, bits and pieces as well. Memberships have come up recently again. I'll just reiterate what I've said previously. I just don't understand why anyone would pay for it. I don't really have anything to offer, so for me, I just don't see the point of doing it as it stands. Sponsorships as well. We've had a few more offers, and again, I've turned them down. I don't agree with doing a sponsorship with someone doing advertising their product if it's not something I use. I'm not going to lie. If someone wants to send us a product to try, and then I start using it, then fair enough. But I'm not going to lie about something and say it's amazing when I've got no clue. So for me, that's always going to stay the same as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I suppose financially that's a bad decision. But this channel's never been about financial. It's always been about me staying sane and enjoying having a social life of sorts. That's what it's always been, and that's what it always will be, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this year. I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys as well. You guys have been amazing over the festive period, especially with my consistency and the struggles I've had. Hopefully, going forward, we should get a bit better. Now, as well, the insurance is all dealt with. I'm hoping I can upgrade the channel a bit. I need to look into capture cards, so we don't, if the game crashes, we can just go back on. We don't lose it to stream. Xbox, we always said we'd have an Xbox for the channel for the Xbox exclusive games as well. So I'm looking at working on that. The only issue with that is the other half. She's not very keen on having another console. Um, Potentially with a capture card as well, we could stream Switch games. I've always wanted to play the Zelda games and stuff that I've not managed to get to. So that's something we could think about adding the Switch in as well. I just don't know how we're going to fit all these things in. It's a time issue more than anything else. But that is it. I've waffled on long enough. A massive thank you to you guys for the festive period and how you've been supportive. I hope everyone had a really good end of the year as well. And hopefully this year we're going to start, as we mean to go on, as we start streaming again this week. Content coming soon, daily as well. And yeah, a massive thank you to you guys. It's been a journey so far for the past 4 years, and I don't want this journey to end. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not going to. But thank you very much. We'll see you in a live stream very soon, and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you. Bye bye.